Hey everyone, I'm First Alert meteorologist Brian Walder. We've designated Friday, in particular Friday evening and early Friday night, as a First Alert weather day, as we're expecting a chance for some severe thunderstorms to move through the area. Strong winds upward of maybe 70 to 75 plus miles an hour will be the main concern. That could lead to power outages as well as some wind damage, but we might even see some large hail at times, as well as even an isolated tornado. So again, Friday evening into early Friday night, we're still watching the specific timing of these storms, but probably they'll arrive anytime after 7 o'clock from the southwest. They're moving very quickly, so storms will only be in central Illinois for a few hours, and we should see the storm chances come to an end around or just after midnight. Here's a look at the severe weather risk. This comes from the Storm Prediction Center, and you see the areas in brown. It's a pretty large area, which does extend into central Illinois. That's a level 3 out of 5 threat. That means that numerous severe thunderstorms will be possible in that area, and this was shifted farther north today. So that means the confidence is increasing and our severe weather threat is going up looking ahead to Friday evening and early Friday night. Here's Futurecast. Now, during the day Friday, not much is going on. We're going to have a cap in place that will keep things quiet. In fact, we'll see a lot of sunshine throughout the day. Don't expect anything until Friday evening. Our in-house model is a little bit on the slower side compared to some other models. Doesn't bring the storms in until about 9 or 10, but it's worth noting that again, some models bring in the storms as early as about 7 o'clock, initially to Fulton, Mason, maybe Knox, Peoria, Tazewell counties. Notice just a couple hours later, storms continue to move through. This will be very quick. Just a couple hours and the storms are already out of here around or after midnight. Here are a couple of concerns that I have just with this overall setup. The first is with the storm impacts themselves. The strong winds, that's the primary risk. We could see some gusts as high as maybe 75 plus miles an hour. Again, that could lead to power outages as well as wind damage. Now, these storms will be moving through around or even after bedtime for a lot of us. So it's really important to make sure you have ways to get warnings. You can do that with the NOAA Weather Radio on our 25 News First Alert Weather app. And another issue that we have is with the fast movement of these storms. They can move as fast as maybe 60 plus miles an hour. That does reduce your lead time compared to a slower moving storm. So that will give you less time to react. And we do want to stay again weather aware here Friday evening and Friday night as this line of severe storms moves through. Again, a First Alert Weather Day Friday for that possibility of severe weather. And we do have some big changes, up and down temperatures, talk about as well in the extended forecast, as well as some very strong winds coming away at times later this week. With all those details and more on 25 News this evening, get your full forecast anytime, anywhere on our 25 News First Alert Weather app.